Hey everyone, welcome to part 4 of Dungeon Journey playthrough. So, without any further ado, let's go to Underground Passage and see what the dungeon has in store for us. So as we can see, we're gonna be going through 20 floors. So let's make this a bit quick. And as we can see, the difficulty of the dungeon raised from easy to medium. So let's see how much harder this dungeon is. We don't need to use any abilities just yet, so gonna go through these tiles real quick. So far so good. The enemies are quite easy to deal with, so not gonna spend that much time dealing with these enemies. There we go, easy as that. Let's see if we're gonna have as easy time in the second floor. That's really nice, we got a really good relic. So, 25% to monster find, so in the long run, this might be kinda bad, but at the same time we have 5% increased damage. And at this point we are strong enough to deal with any sort of monster, but towards 15th, maybe 20th floors, maybe we might have to consider throwing this relic away, so let's see how everything goes. So this creature is a bit too strong, so I'm gonna use this ability on this guy, cause why not? We even found an ally. Not that he's gonna be that much of an use for us, cause we have almost gone through every single mob here. But at least he's gonna help us with this one mob. Gonna use a spell on him cause we have too much mana at this point. There we go, off to the next floor. Okay, so there's our new enemy, let's see what he does. Okay, so he orders other creatures to attack, and he will restore 57 HP after 4 turns. Again, quite an easy enemy to deal with. So that guy is gonna be our friend for the rest of this floor, because he's quite strong and we want him on our side. Getting a bit sloppy with the blocks, but as long as I don't go too low HP, we should be good. So we found an HP well, so that's gonna be really useful. This well can restore up to 22 hit points, which is really great. As we can see, we are quite low HP. Okay, so let's make this guy weaker. So here's our first skip, which we're not gonna need. I really doubt that we're gonna die anytime soon. Or at least until we get to the 10th floor. Okay, so that guy kinda hurt us. He used a spell. So maybe we have to keep our block ready whenever any of the enemies throw spells at us, because those are kinda difficult to block, since they come in really fast. So can I ship this guy? Because he's quite difficult to deal with. So we wanna ship hard to deal with enemies. Can I use a spell on this guy? Cause again, he's really hard to deal with. A lot of HP and good damage. So there's a well there, and that's the enemy that uses abilities. So maybe we have to block his spells a bit earlier. So far, the animations of the spells that these guys can throw at us are the fastest we've seen. But thankfully, we have a well here that's gonna restore a bunch of HP. Okay, so we have a red snake now. Not that much different from other snakes. So I'm gonna kill this guy for the XP, since we have the well here, so we can sacrifice some HP. Kinda wanna find a spell to deal with this guy. He's quite strong and I don't wanna just fight him. Okay, level 14, so we are full HP, full mana. So I really wanna put some points into our defense, since the mobs are starting to hit really hard. And let's put 1 point into overcharge. Okay, there we go. So the opponents are getting more and more difficult as we can see. Like even first the opponents we've seen here, they are quite strong and we don't want to take any unnecessary damage. Okay, so this guy kinda stole some of our gold, but he's our ally, so maybe we can reduce his HP, because he's technically helping us. So let's somehow make him attack some of the enemies, so that later on we can get our gold back that this guy stole. Okay, now this guy really hurt. Didn't expect such a quick animation from that monster. Okay, so thankfully we found a well, so we can restore all the HP that we have lost. So there's another relic that's giving us +1 HP. Okay, can I use an ability on this guy, because why not? He's quite difficult to deal with and I just don't want to take any unnecessary damage even though we have well, but I don't know what kind of enemies await us here. And now we're gonna kill this guy to get our gold back. Okay, so let's summon the golem here. So gonna remove the defense from this guy, and then we're gonna try to kill him. Okay, so we are on floor number 11. So far we're doing quite okay. Let's see if it gets much more difficult. Yeah, this guy is really hard to block, because his animations are basically instantaneous. So guess I'll have to prioritize those creatures and use spells on them so that we don't have to deal with the really quick animations of their abilities. Okay, I do see a ship, but we don't need to ship any of the enemies. Like, all of these are really easy to deal with. Okay, at least we found a well here. Because we are a bit low HP. Man, I never get ships when I want them. Okay, so I could open this skip right here, but I think we're doing kinda okay. And we are somewhere around floor number 15, and I think we're gonna go through all of the floors without dying. So let's see if we can do that. Really not feeling like wasting 350 gold on this skip. The enemies are getting quite strong, so a bit worried right now. I would really appreciate a well. Okay, thank God we leveled because I was getting a bit worried there, cause leveling up gives us full HP and full mana. So gonna put more points into defense, because that's always useful. As we can see, the mobs are hitting really hard now. Okay, 3 more floors and we're good. Okay, 50% spell damage and spell find out. This is awesome. Like, this is, I think, the best relic that we can find. It basically makes our abilities 50% stronger, and we have 50% more chance to find spells. Now we do a lot of damage with our spells. Like, if you find one of these relics in your playthrough, you can basically one-shot a boss without him even attacking you at all. Okay, so we have 2 more floors left. So let's hope nothing goes wrong here. Okay, that's an ally. He stole some of our gold, but again, we're gonna keep this guy alive until the end of the turn, then we're gonna kill him to get our gold back. Okay, I don't want to take damage from this guy, so I'm just gonna use more spells. And we should be able to one-shot this guy since he's low HP, so that we can get our gold back. And here we are, the last floor. So now we can use all of our mana so that we can kill everything here. So gonna blind that enemy, and so that there's a chance that this guy can attack some other unit. Okay, that's that. I guess that was a bit more challenging than the previous ones. As we can see, the difficulty on this, it says it's medium compared to this difficulty or the first one, which was very easy. Yeah, so it's gonna get harder and harder, and we have to face even more monsters and more floors. So let's see what our loot looks like. Okay, the neck is definitely not better than ours. We don't need an armor. I would rather have 10% more chance to spell find. Okay, ring 2 mana 1 perception. So it's either this or that, so I'm gonna keep this here. So this is a chess piece. 1 mana 10 spell find. 2 armor 1 mana. Okay, so now we actually have a chance to compare these two. So let me put this over here. And we're gonna compare in a bit. So this is the same ring piece we have. Okay, so let me see. Do I want to have this or the one that we have? So 2 armor, 1 mana. I think it's gonna be more useful to use this because we are quite low armor and we're gonna keep taking even more damage. So at this point, I would rather have a bit more armor than 10% chance to find more spells. And 1 perception and 2 mana. Since we don't necessarily rely on our attacks, even though having higher attack is always useful, we're gonna use this ring. And let's see what gem we wanna put in. So, weapon. What gem do we have in our weapon? Yeah, we have the best one available right now. So let's see what ring we can use for our ring, which is gonna be this category, other. We could honestly use damage reduction. So we don't want attack. It's either damage reduction. We don't necessarily want health. Okay, let's see. So let's use this one. I would really appreciate some more damage reduction right now. And let's see what we wanna use for our chest. Yeah, let's go for 3 more damage. Okay, so we're good, and let's sell the rest of the items, because there's not really any use for those items. Okay, so that was it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.